Yeah, it's late. I wasn't gonna. It's it's very late. I wasn't gonna play much tonight or any because I was gonna go to bed. And I was like, I really want to play, so I'm staying up past what I should be to play. Um, yeah, talked a lot on the server today. It was really nice. Because I haven't really been participating much in fandom stuff for a while, and it was great talking about it and just how people agree with things. We're getting people that new stuff I used to be into, and shared the Obey Me opening and like how like obsessed I was with it. And like one of the developers was like, yeah, like mentioned about how like we need like the female fans kept Gundam going and stuff and Star Trek and we need people with that kind of gumption with the keeping things going with fan stuff and things, which because it took me a while because I just realized this is going to be really loud once the sound comes on. It's going to echo with my microphone. It's already kind of shit with it because it's I get drowned out because I'm not talking very loud, and also the demo was quieter than the main game. So I gotta turn that down a bit. Yeah, because like I was into it kind of some in high school, like Phantom and stuff, and early 20s, but I wasn't really into it because I was like, even when I cosplayed and stuff and with friends, I was embarrassed by it, like a friend wanted to do karaoke with anime songs, and when I was visiting upstate New York, and I was shy with it. I didn't like, I was nervous about her parents hearing us and stuff, or singing. A lot of that, was one, childhood, but also, like, my ex was shit with things like that. He would make fun of me, like, things I liked, like, his favorite thing was calling stuff gay, that kind of cringe, late, like, mid-2000s shit. Didn't like something that was gay. And he would like, if I like, we both had LiveJournal, and he'd get mad at me for, like, if I post, or he'd, like, follow stuff I was posting, and it was, like, he'd make, like, racist comments about Sheik, from Legend of Zelda, because I was in, like, big into the Link Sheik shipping. Yeah, it was just like not a fun time. So, and then I had a toxic friend group that was just like they were very much like the Anne Rice thing. Like you're appreciating the medium, like you're not appreciating it from the right angle or whatever it was, her quote was. Some people didn't like her book. It was like, I didn't ship characters, so, I was in, the media from the wrong perspective. Like, I was enjoying it wrong, like, pretty much. Or, like, I'd have an opinion, and, like, my opinion was wrong. It was just a terrible friendship group. It was terrible, like, friends. Anyway, we'll go back to this, but yeah, it was nice, because I've had that with Obey Me too, like, just being unabashedly, like, into things, like, even Lifeline. I was nervous when I first got into Lifeline. That changed, but I haven't been really as active as I'd like to, because there are people that just, like, talk over others, and it bugs my anxiety, so I don't, even though I'm an admin and I own the server. But, yeah, like, I'm in my 30s now. I am so much more, like, free, like, it's no longer cringe, it's free. No shame compared to then. Like, I'm buying merch again. Like, I've bought so much. The last 4 years since I've been into Obey Me, I bought so much merch from that character. Oh my, I wrote so much stuff. It's great. It's free. I'm enjoying myself. I just wish I had more energy. I'm so tired lately. I have not been able to write anything. I have not been able to, especially the last couple of months. I worked, and then I worked, those 12-hour shifts. Like I was usually more than 12 hours because I was the supervisor, and I was tired. Because I wasn't used to working, because I've been off because of that, waiting surgery. And then I went away at Christmas, didn't do anything fun, took games, stuff, slept instead, played Obey Me actually, because it was the last event. And then, got sick with pneumonia last month, and part of the beginning of this month. So, and I've just not had the energy to do fuck all. So, I did an outline for something I do want to write for this game, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna play a bit. I did play some last night, but I was kind of not, I was doing it as fast as I could read, because I can read a lot faster than I can say things out. Just to see how something went. To see if the autosave was working again, because I had that bug where, I didn't mention this on stream, because I did it after I stopped streaming. I went to save, and I couldn't save. It wouldn't let me manually save, it just kept giving, forbidden with Renki. So I had to close out and then play through what I played through all over again. And it was just with, the captain's office and stuff that I actually saved over, and I was like, oh, I'll go back and I will, because I figured, just a little bit. Well, I had to save, so that's why I'm coming back here now, because I played a bit further than this to make sure the autosave was working, but I, need to get back into it, because it wasn't fun when you're panicking that you can't save the game anymore, and that you might have to start over because something got corrupted. As you, the Chief, and Lieutenant Lord stand to attention, waiting for the captain to begin the meeting, the sound of the approaching elevator is the only noise that can be heard in the tense silence of the bridge. Yeah, last time, we saved the ship, pretty much. We got called to the bridge. I'm actually surprised the, in-between text isn't in the log. But yeah, the captain called a meeting to the bridge and we're waiting for someone. Ensign Hansen, entering the bridge and reporting as Ultrat. Hansen states, performing a lazy salute as he steps out of the elevator and into the bridge. Is this sleeves full length or 3/4 length? Because that'd be funny. You shift slightly as you watch him enter. You knew you were waiting for someone, but why Hansen? Pause for a moment, you see him take stock of everyone present, your shoulders tense up, and you inadvertently clench your jaw as he heads straight towards you. At the last moment he steps to your side and takes place on the line next to you without so much as a sideways glance. You remain on edge, but your attention is quickly taken by the captain as she finishes reviewing the readouts from the control panel on her chair and stands up. At ease. Before we relax slightly, although with the exception of Hansen, you all maintain a formal stance. Now that we're all assembled, we can begin. Captain Bartholomew, first of all, well done to all of you for your actions whilst I was indisposed. For a brief moment, the captain's eyes meet yours, and you do your best not to react. Aside from the doctor, you were confident that you were the only person on board who knew the nature of the captain's indisposition. Despite your best efforts, you scowled slightly. You hadn't had much time to think about anything beyond the situation at hand, but your information in the report you'd read had begun to creep into your thoughts. You knew that now wasn't the time to bring it up, but eventually you'd need to deal with this information one way or another. Yeah, we went back and read the report, because I didn't pick the option, you know, explain yourself the first time where she mentions the report, because I didn't realize that it wasn't going to be a shitty option. And now I'm on this route. Closing your eyes and exhaling, you try to return your face to its neutral continence and hope that the captain didn't notice that flicker of emotion. As you push your thoughts regarding the report to one side, you instead find yourself wondering if the captain is currently in a fit state to be organizing a mission. Your cooperation, ingenuity, and composure under pressure have been noted, and I'll be recommending formal awards to be applied to your records. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice Vanessa nod in agreement, but the rest of you remain still. Now, on to the matter at hand. As of 11:47 Jovian Standard Time, a signal of unknown origin was received which shut down not just the Gundog's central computer, but also all of its emergency backup systems as well. With Commander Quinn unexpectedly taken ill, Lieutenant Lord took command, and Lieutenant Knight was able to carry out her plan to access the hangar via the internal airlock. Yeah, her plan. She fucking was ready to fucking suffocate to death in the dark. Fucking bitch. You've been too busy carrying out assessment of the ship's systems alongside Dalton to submit an incident report, and you knew that the Chief had been tasked by Vanessa with locating the unresponsive O'Brien. Bite your tongue, glance back at Vanessa, who nods again, the corners of her mouth curling upwards. The captain was clearly working from a biased interpretation of events. Yeah. Fucking Vanessa. Can't stand her. There, Lieutenant Knight was able to obtain a portable sub-terminal from the codes for the reactivation of the central computer. The process carried out successfully at 13:27. Yeah, the plan was mine and the Chief's. Although the Gundog is now operational, we have not been able to make contact with the O'Brien. We can only assume that whatever interfered with the Gundog systems had the same impact on the O'Brien. Unfortunately, it appeared that our crew had not been able to reactivate systems, as we have received no communications from them whatsoever. Chief Cathays, do you have an update on the O'Brien? The group turns to look at the Chief as she steps forward, and you realize that this is the first time you've seen her outside engineering or the hangar. Although she stands as tall as ever, there's something about her presence that feels diminished. Yes, ma'am. Any response from the O'Brien's transponder and the normal sensors haven't been able to pick up any of the usual activity from the ship. However... Oh, I did finish the Overwatch perked up event. I don't know why they named it that, because that sounds, you know, less appropriate for an E10 game, but... It was really cute Mercy skin. Little rain jacket outfit with an umbrella. I love it. I want to get the May one. I gotta start watching stuff. I didn't get the Baptiste one because I really was too sick to care when it was on. You watch Twitch streams from streamers stream Overwatch the drops, and I was too late. Like, well, I wasn't lazy to be honest. I was too sick to bother with trying to find out what streamers were on the list and when they were doing it and stuff, and keep track of it. Because sometimes the PlayStation bugs out when you're watching it, and since Twitch doesn't work in browser anymore, it's hard to keep something on. And the Twitch for Roku I have is just like an unofficial thing using the smart TV version of it, but it's not like an official app. Someone ported it. However, you hear Vanessa tut, and the Chief pauses briefly before continuing. But it's one that, you know, you don't have to log into an outside thing to use. That's what I use it. Chief pauses briefly before continuing. Why the fuck is the Chief, you know, on edge to Vanessa? That is Lieutenant Lord, and I realize that via the infrared targeting sensors and fire control we can pick up the O'Brien itself as if it were debris. I doubt Vanessa had any fucking hand in that. I just realized Dalton and the Chief have very similar haircuts. located at 43 degrees off the starboard bow at the distance of roughly 300 kilometers. Resolution gets a bit scrappy at that range, but we're not seeing any external signs of activity. I see. Lieutenant Lord, how long until we can dock with them to provide assistance? I think the Chief is best equipped to handle that question, ma'am. Yeah, forward to the Chief after you know, been, you know, talking over her and shit. Chief pauses for a moment. You know the answer to this question, so should the Chief and Vanessa. Well, the Chief definitely should know. Sounds drags on being to wonder why neither of them are forthcoming. Chief Carthays. Pause only becomes more loaded as the seconds pass. Whilst you have no idea what's happening here, you can feel the tension between the Chief and Vanessa build. Okay, you know what? We do not have time to fuck with this. We have to get going, because if they've been offline for 3 hours, there's only a small chance that anyone, like, the only slight possibility is if they got, like, to their spacesuits and, you know, use that oxygen after their oxygen started to run out. It's fairly likely that, like, we need to get over there. If not, everyone's not dead. Although you can tell something's going on between the two of them. You know, the crew of the O'Brien must be in a similar situation to the one you just faced, and without immediate assistance, they were at risk of running out of breathable air very soon. We put up with enough from Vanessa for today, and weren't about to let her petty power plays get in the way of helping her comrades. Yeah, that too. But mostly it's the time-sensitive nature. We can't. It's the engines, ma'am. They're still offline. Vanessa Tutton. I'm gonna go ask him. What's that, Lieutenant? Cadet Grange and I were assessing the ship for faults and security issues. We found that the engines had failed to restart. Diagnostics show that the force down of the nuclear pulse engines offline. Put the nuclear pulse engines offline, they need to be manually reactivated. Captain lets out an exasperated sigh as she hears the information, making no effort to conceal her frustration. And how long until they can be back online? Prepare to answer with what Dalton had told you, but you're cut off by the Chief. We're looking at... Okay, she's got her confidence back. We're looking at 6 hours, ma'am. We've been preoccupied with finding the O'Brien. Yeah, preoccupied and being, you know... kind of, we had to find it, really, but, you know... Someone else could have, you know... And getting the engines up should have been a predominant thing that we should have been doing. Yeah, again, you. So, I haven't had the opportunity to begin the start process to get them running yet. Captain follows the information with another sigh. You'd always thought of her as distant or disinterested, but considering her current state, you'd have to wonder how much of that was her simply working her way through a hangover. I see. Captain stands silent for a moment, keeping her eyes closed and pinching the bridge of her nose with her thumb and forefinger. Suddenly her eyes open and she stands completely upright, assuming a posture you're surprised to see from her that manages to communicate an air of not just authority, but capability. We'll be carrying out a mission as follows. 4 of you snap back to attention. Even Hansen seems to take the announcement seriously. As we're not able to reach the O'Brien with the gun dog to provide support, we'll be doing the next best thing. Ensign Croyce and Lieutenant Knight will hit over in the armored frame to provide assistance. Fuck. Don't want to do that. You clench your teeth and your body goes rigid. Not only will this be your second trip into space in a span of a few hours, but you'll be doing it with Hansen for company. Your eyes dart across to Hansen, whose attention remains on the captain. You can't be sure, but you swear you see a flicker of a smile on his face. We'll be working on the assumption that the same issues of affecting the gun dog are affecting the O'Brien, so... Lieutenant Knight will take a portable sub-terminal, locate the captain or second in command, and then utilize their access codes to assist the chief engineer in reactivating the ship. If there are complications, or we're too late, then our second priority is to obtain the O'Brien's black box. At the very least, we can hopefully gather some information on what's out there that could immediately disable 2 Swift-class ships. Lieutenant Knight, Ensign Croyce, do you both understand? Here of you salute in unison, and in unison respond. Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain. I like how mine has an exclamation point. Chief Carthays, I want you to provide fully charged portable sub-terminal. Yeah, fully charged this time. And guidance on removing a Swift class black box. Like, who knows how long that fucking one that we took, like, even, like, we kind of drained its power more by using it to get a really heavy blast door. But who knows how long it's been sitting in that, in storage. Especially since you're not supposed to store things at 100% charge. After that, prepare Gundog 1 for launch, and then I want those engines back online. Understood? Yes, Captain. Lieutenant Lord, he'll be overseeing this mission. Understood? Yes, Captain. Very good. It's 16:03. The mission commences at 16:30. Dismissed. With this final instruction out of the way, you all salute Captain and then turn to leave. Chief is the first of you to reach the elevator, and she steps into one without waiting for anyone else, pressing the button for a destination and disappearing behind those 2 doors as they hiss shut. She has a lot to think about. Without paying attention, Vanessa and Hanson both step into the remaining elevator, with Vanessa hitting a button as soon as the pair have boarded. Probably talks shit about me. Door closed, you see her turn to Hanson, her crossed arms, and then speak, but her words are cut off before you can hear them. You remain on the silent bridge with the captain, who you hear return to her chair. Whilst waiting for an elevator return, you go over to what you might need to do in your head. It will be the chief's responsibility to get you charged, hub sub-terminal, and Hanson and Dalton will be responsible for pre-flight checks. Aside from getting a spacesuit from the hangar, you realize you don't really have anything you need to do before the mission starts. Oh, we have something we need to do. We gotta go see Cassie. With less than half an hour to go before you'll be taking off, you don't have much time to do anything either, though. You might have the opportunity to visit a few other crew members, check in on them, you think, but it might be a push to visit everyone. Okay. Well, we don't really have to... We have to see Cassie. That's a big thing. And I'm gonna have to go to the mess hall first, because I want to get her another chocolate bar. Because we're gonna go visit her, we might as well bring up something to cheer her up. Especially since we're going to be not here if she's not awake yet. We're going to have to. So that's 1, 2. Wonder how many it gives you a chance to do. Like, we'll see Dalton and Hanson when we're getting ready to leave, and we'll have way too much fucking time with Hanson on the way there. Eventually the elevator, the chief left and returns and the door hisses open. Okay. Probably mess hall, sick bay, and then see if we can check on the chief or D's. Probably the chief, because, you know, she's shaken up. Both stations currently remain uncrewed, with Vanessa having followed Hanson off the bridge, Cassie in the sick bay. If anything does come up, the captain should be able to take care of it until Vanessa returns, so... Should. Yeah. Having returned to her chair, Captain Bartholomew is spun around to face the front of the bridge. Although you can't see her clearly, you notice her right hand quickly typing on the control panel, setting one of the armrests, presumably working on preparations for the mission. Watching her being quietly professional like this, she almost seems like any other captain you served under, but then you recall the acrid smell of stale alcohol in her quarters and the contents of the report you read. A memory that doesn't fill you with confidence. With the power back and the ship's system running, the view into space is once again partially obscured by the various displays of meters showing the front window. After spacewalk, you find it quietly reassuring to remind that there's something between you and the void. Okay, I'll talk to the captain. Captain Bartholomew's. I've been saying her name wrong. I guess it's Captain Bartholomew's. Bartomuse. Yes, Lieutenant. Can I help you? We thought you'd know what you wanted to ask the captain, but in the moment you find the words catch in your throat and you're suddenly unsure of yourself. You got a lot of questions and not a lot of time. I'm going to save here because this is what I played up till. Put it here with my choices. Slots. This is just why, because I did here and then I left because it saves every time you change rooms, like auto saves, just to make sure stuff was saving. It doesn't help that some of these questions are more dangerous than others. Yeah. I have a mission to prepare, and you need to be boarding that armored frame with Ensign Croix soon. If you got something to say, I suggest you do so quickly. I don't have a lot of time to complete this mission plan, so I can't talk with you for long. Based on the captain's terse response, you decide you should focus on the one thing that's most important to you right now. Like, we know why Ensign, Hansen was here, because he's the best pilot. So of course they're going to get him to go on an armored frame mission. Yeah, and we can ask her about the booze, but we're really not going to talk about that. Original mission, I think was the Rendezvous. So, I'll bring up the report. This is why I saved, because I don't know if this is going to be badly affecting anything or not later on. That's why I want to have a save from here. Takes you a moment to work up the confidence to ask the question as the captain flexes her gaze on you. Eventually you decide the best approach is simply to be as direct as possible. I read the report, Captain. Report, Lieutenant. You draw a deep breath. You'd come this far. There was no sense in turning back now. The report in your desk, ma'am. It was in there alongside the access codes. Captain looks deep in thought, trying to understand what you're talking about when Captain's expression takes you completely by surprise. Her normal look of lazy indifference instead replaced by a savage glare. You feel a chill down your back as the temperature in the whole room drops. Oh, she's pissed. This is what I mean. I played up till this and then back when I get downstairs, but just to check to make sure it was auto-saving, but I don't know if this is going to badly affect things. Why are you reading that report? Captain asked through clenched teeth. It was in amongst the access codes and fell out. You had no business reading it. With respect, Captain, that report, Lieutenant Knight, is not just restricted, but is personal and has nothing to do with you. This assertion from the captain strikes you like a slap to the face, and you feel an intense anger flow through you. Nothing to do with you? With respect, Captain. Oh, it's big text. That report has everything to do with me. I was part of the Klight's armored frame flight, and so was Hansen. You see the captain's brow furrow as she continues to glare at you. Eventually she stands up from her chair and walks to the far side of the bridge. Like, did she not know? Because, like, Hansen's, like, with the player character, they were transferred last minute. But Hansen, you know, like, that should have been right in his file. Like, especially as a commendable thing where he, played cat and mouse so much. Captain Silence drags on unbearable now that you're finally at this moment. I just want to know, Captain, what happened? Why did you send those ships forward? Lieutenant, we've all made mistakes. Her use of the word mistake makes you want to scream, as if explain what she's done. Phrasing makes you inarticulate with rage as you try to interject but find yourself lost for words. Now you have an armored frame to be boarding, and I have a mission to complete. Planning. Unless you want to make a mistake of your own, I recommend you prepare for your upcoming mission. Like, you're sending me to a ship, which we don't know what the fuck went on. Like, we don't know, who disabled everything. The crew could be fucking all dead. You're sending me over with Hansen, who has tried to pick fights with me and constantly harasses me and my girlfriend. And you are, like, yeah, I have every right to fucking stand up if I'm going to be going on this. Now is not the time, Lieutenant. Captain? Dismissed, Lieutenant. Your fists clench and mind racing. You stand in silence with the captain meeting your glare with a cold and composed stare. The thing is, I still keep thinking, like, even though we've seen, like, you know, the player character, you know, getting under the blast doors and stuff just recently, I keep picturing them as Odo from Deep Space Nine, you know, Constable Odo, just because of the security officer thing, and it's kind of messing me up for things like this. Despite the rage you feel churning through your entire body, you find yourself barely able to move, let alone respond. Arg. With an aspirate yell, you turn away from the captain and head to the elevator, stepping inside and punching the button to send you to the central hub. Turn back just as the doors close. Captain's cool gaze still locked on you. I think we kind of owe doing some insubordination since, you know, we just saved everyone. As the elevator takes you to the central hub, you slam your fist into the nearby wall. Now may not be the time, you decide, but soon. You pace back and forth within the cramped confines of the elevator, barely holding on to your anger. Eventually you rest your forearms and hit against the cool steel of the elevator's wall, exhaling deeply. I have a mission to get on with. I don't have time for this now. You swallow your anger, determined that the captain won't be able to dodge your question for long. As the elevator doors open, you immediately confronted by Vanessa standing in front of you. Her arms are crossed and her foot tapping impatiently. Well, it took you long enough, Lieutenant Knight. Sidestep her and make your way into the central hub. As you do, she turns to follow you. My apologies, Lieutenant. I didn't realize I was needed so urgently. Well, I wouldn't go that far, then. Your frustration with Vanessa has cooled over the past few hours as you spent time with Dalton and had been carrying out duties that kept you away from her. But back in her presence, you remember how tense things got between you and the bridge and over the radio. Lieutenant Lord, I've got a mission to be preparing for. Is there anything else I can help you with right now, or can I get going? It's nothing much, Lieutenant. I just want to say that you did a good job on getting the gun dog operational again. Something about Vanessa's manner makes you instantly uneasy, considering how she behaved recently. Praise was the last thing you'd expected. We're not going to stir shit up. We're just going to be terse with her. Yeah, thanks. I did what I had to do. And for that you received a much-deserved commendation on your record. You roll your eyes and begin to walk away again, unwilling to deal with whatever mind games this is attempting to play. Wait a moment, Lieutenant Knight. All I wanted to do was congratulate you. You deserve it all. You deserve it as a member of the crew who has gone above and beyond. Yeah, considering you just were set to, like, curl up in a corner and suffocate to death. What's this about, Lieutenant? You ask your patience, thinning rapidly. Straight to the task at hand. That's what I like about you, Lieutenant. Now, a proficient, able crew member like yourself, you know what it means to do your duty. But you've seen how the captain and her second carry out their affairs on the ship. You better not, like... The thing is with Cassie, is she is a very capable person. What? Like, you know, Cassie is capable in a lot of aspects if she puts her mind to it. Like, look how she... Like, she de-escalated Hanson in this fight, like, you know, our fight. And we've seen other outcomes of that, how she handled, like, you know, when we tased Hanson and when we got into a fist fight. So, you know, she's capable. She just is. She isn't a details person. So you better not talk shit about the second in command. I'm making this worse for me because I've been headcanoning that, you know, like how the MC was on, you know, the Duke originally. I've been headcanoning that after they got done the Duke assignment and Cassie got done this, that they were going to ask Cassie to marry them. That's how I've been headcanoning this. But they've been together over 2 years. And it's like a serious, like, especially, like, Cassie's got even using their anniversary as access codes, you know. But yeah. Go to hell, Vanessa. What are you getting at? All I want to know, Lieutenant, is whether you think that the crew members like yourself, Chief Engineer Carthes, Cadet Grange, and the rest deserve a competent commander. Yeah, I'm not getting into your shit. Fuck off, Vanessa. The recent discovery with the captain comes back to the front of your mind, but instead of answering, you make a move to walk past Vanessa, fully intending to not get involved in whatever she's planning. Lieutenant Lord, I really don't have time for this. Like, even if, you know, Captain is, you know, has issues, she's still a better commander than, especially where she was Rear Admiral. Like, if she, you know, she only got demoted to Captain, she, you know, didn't get discharged. A lot better than, you know, crawling into, you know, being an asshole to your co-workers, like Vanessa does, and panicking. Lieutenant Lord, I really don't have time for this. Based on your recent conduct, Lieutenant, you seem pretty reliable, so I want to let you know ahead of time. Yeah. I'll be keeping a close eye on this mission to see who's capable and who isn't. It's important to know who you can trust to do what needs to be done after all. Well, I just fucking saved everyone, so I think I'm pretty capable. Anyway, nice to talk to you, Lieutenant. Good luck on the upcoming mission. Vanessa turns on her heel and heads off to the Forsyth thoroughfare, leaving you alone in the central hub. Oh, Lieutenant. Do your best. I'll be watching. Go eat shit. That's pretty much it. I hate that. I hate her so much. And I know she gets worse. A lot of people are like, you know, the one that was one of the ones that was watching me the other night, Lance, their stream is very Shipper at the airlock, and I can see that. Elevator's back in action. There's no need to climb around the maintenance crawlways anymore. It has good cardio, but I wouldn't want to make a habit of it. Yeah, I didn't catch that. Oh, engineering the armory. There's no anything I need down that way, although I could check in on the chief, I guess. Yeah, I figured, I thought it was the opposite way. I thought this way was the off thoroughfare and that other one was the Forsyth thoroughfare. Looks like Vanessa's got to where she wanted to go. What was she talking about anyway? Yeah, I think we're pretty much, you know, Forsyth thoroughfare. Yeah, we're gonna go to the mess hall. I've still got some time left before I'm due to head out, but if there's anyone I want to catch up with, now's the time. It was pretty clever of the chief to think of using targeting sensors to pick up the O'Brien. I didn't see anyone else on the ship having that idea. Yeah, Vanessa certainly didn't. I don't have the chance to grab anything to eat or drink since before my shift started, but I think thinking about hitting out in an AF has kind of killed my appetite. Yeah, that's where we're going. We're going to go to the mess hall. I used fast travel when I did the going places before when I was skipping through, but Anyway, mess hall. And I think I'm gonna head out. Because I know we have the reunion with Cassie. I want to get to bed. As you walk by the mess hall, you stop to take a look inside. Everything seems to be operating as normal. From the lazy spinning of the extractor fan to the food vendor cycling through illuminating its different options. At the table and facing away from you is Haru. You watch them as they idly swirl the contents of their cup of coffee before taking a sip. If they noticed you, they aren't letting on, but from the looks of it, they seem deep in thought. You don't particularly have anything you want to ask them, but then again, you decide it may be good to check in before you head out. It's been a while since I've had anything to eat, but I think about heading over to the O'Brien in an armored frame has kind of killed my appetite. Last thing I want to do is throw up in my helmet and be stuck that way for the entire mission. Yeah, I'm not, like, I probably won't play tonight, because tonight is, Crimson Tuesday. Looks like these are working normally. I'm sure Cassie will be glad of that. I'm really not feeling up eating or drinking anything right now. Maybe when I get back. I'm not that hungry right now, but I bet I know who would appreciate this. You got a silent voice. Yeah. Bar area, milk chocolate, great on zone, or dunked in hot chocolate is also one of the favorites of a particular head of operations. Yeah, why do I still have Cassie's key card? I have no idea. I'll talk to her. Ensign Rumney. Yeah, Lydia snuck in the room of one of the people I live with. Oh, now she's throwing up. Great. Yeah, she snuck in, been there all night, and then come out. I told her, I was like, you haven't used the litter box, you haven't had anything to eat or drink all night, and she throws up. So that's how that is. I'll do that after I get done this. Ensign Rumney. Oh, Knight, what's going on? What's a hero like you doing stopping by the mess hall? Hans told me he was taking you for a ride over to the O'Brien. You picking up snacks for the trip? I was just checking up on some of the crew before I left, making sure everyone's okay. Doing okay. Oh wow, what a professional. Yeah, it must be shocking to you to see someone who actually is taking their job seriously. I'm doing alright. I was sleeping in my quarters when the power went out. Didn't even notice until Hans started banging on my door. That's good. I'm glad you're doing okay. Yeah. Knight? Yes, Ensign? Thanks for helping Hanson out. Oh, well, you know, it's my duty, right? Yeah, I guess it is. The thing is, you know Hanson wouldn't do the same for you. That's the thing. But you did it anyway. Still, he's my flight partner. So if you did him a solid, you did me a solid. Keep it up. Maybe you aren't like Howard. We think you are. Eat shit. Haha, like, no, Lieutenant. Jeez. Alright, Ensign, if you're okay, then I'll leave you to it. Don't be like the lieutenant. You just need to chill out. If you need any help with that, you can stop by my quarters at any time. Yeah, this is why I don't like Harrow. Even from the get-go, like, Harrow, like, some of the people in the server were like, it's probably like a dominance thing, but it's like, because they hit on you when you were with Cassie originally, but it's like, they're hitting on me now. It's like, you know I'm committed. I've turned you down before. I'm gonna turn you down again. I'm not gonna go into your room. Fuck off. But I kind of wonder if they're, like, there's kind of also the side thing, like maybe they're inviting you to the quarters because they have something they want to tell you in private. Who knows? Anyway, we got the bar. Double check, make sure we got the bar. I was gonna go, but now I gotta wait for her to get done, because when she does throw up, she doesn't... It's not just at once, she'll wait a bit and she'll throw up more. It's really frustrating. Oh yeah, we gotta go to Central Hub. Oh, I didn't want to go to Pathfire Repair. We want to go to Central Hub. Oh, fuck. This is what I hate about this. It's really buggy. I hope we don't get, you know, not talking to anyone now, because we wasted movement. Elevator doors slide open and you raise your hand to shield your eyes from the aggressive glare of the sick bay's powerful lighting. As you come to expect, the strong scent of clinical disinfectant pervades the room. As harsh as it is, it's infinitely preferable to the powerful odor of the captain's quarters. Oh, it probably doesn't smell like that now. It's probably been air scrubbed now. Scanning the room, you see that everything seems in order. Doctor sits at his desk, absorbed in his data pad. All the medical supplies are carefully arranged in the cabinets, and the surgery wing continues to look immaculate. The only thing out of place is... There she is! Lori! Cassandra, who had been idly laying back on one of the beds playing with her hair, had seen you the moment you stepped into the room and swung her legs around to the side of the bed, launching herself off of it and towards you. I heard all about how you'd... Ah! Whoa, Cassie, careful. You dart forward just in time to grab her before the stumble she'd taken turns into a fall. Alright, let's get you back to bed. Thanks, Lori. Technically it's more Luri. Because it's got the ooh. In one swift motion, you scoop Cassie up in your arms and carry her back to the beds, setting her down on the one she'd just been laying on. Okay. I think you could have made that journey on my own, you know. Well, better safe than sorry, right? Still looking after me after everything you've done already? My hero. Yeah, I like how I can just pick her up. Like, I picked her up, like, you know, on the bridge, picked her up here. Well, I love how our MC is just, like, able to, like, deadlift Cassie. Your cheeks go flush and you look away for a moment. The captain's acknowledgement of your actions had been perfunctory, but that had barely registered. But Cassie's wholehearted praise has you suddenly feeling sheepish. No, it wasn't a big deal. It was what I had to do. I'm pretty sure anyone else would have done the same thing if they were in my position. We know that's not true. We know, like, Lord would have just let everyone fucking die. Don't sell yourself short, Lori. It's a big deal. Saving an entire crew from a complete system failure with no chain of command isn't exactly something that we get trained for. Plus, I didn't hear about anyone else going on a spacewalk from one end of the ship to the other to get the equipment they needed. If doing all that doesn't make you a hero, then I don't know what does. She's so fucking cute. You smile, look back at Cassie, all self-conscious as you feel being called a hero. Her assessment of events isn't wrong. Thanks, Cassie. I'm pretty sure I should still be thanking you, Lori. I don't think Vanessa could have carried me down here like you did. You think she actually would now? You bite your tongue at Cassie's mention of Vanessa. You had a strong feeling that Vanessa wouldn't have even tried. Yeah, she just would have left her. She wouldn't even covered her with a jacket. She just would have been like, you know, hoping that probably that she died. Wouldn't have even checked her vitals, probably. You push the thought from your mind, you don't have much time with Cassie before your mission is due to begin, and the last thing you want to be doing is thinking about Vanessa. Like, she probably would have said, like, later, if someone checked her and, like, found that she was dead, it would have been like, yeah, I checked her vitals, like, you know, there's nothing we could have done. I just left her there. Don't worry about it. How are you doing anyways? Oh, me? I'm doing great, aren't I, Doc? Although he doesn't look up from his data pad, you see a flicker of recognition on the doctor's face. No, Miss Quinn, you are not doing great. She's like, this is news to me! And it's like, yeah, I think you've probably been told this. You had a sudden and intense migraine followed by unexplained extended loss of consciousness, which in turn has been followed by a persistent and ongoing headache. I would not look to describe your condition as great. Cassie, why didn't you tell me you were still feeling bad? Yeah, we were talking about, like, Cassie and the MC flirting, and then, like, the doctor just looking there like this, being, like, in front of my salad. Oh, come on, what are you, doctor? Yeah, Lydia, I see. You don't need to get in my tea. That's because you didn't go to the bathroom, and you stayed up. You didn't have anything to drink, you didn't have anything to eat since about 9 o'clock at night. No, Miss Quinn, she's not your doctor. It's an expression, Doc. So I've got a bit of a headache right now. I bet it's nothing. It's probably because I pulled a double shift to cover the captain without eating anything but a bag of chips and 3 chocolate bars. Cassie, Mrs. Quinn, you advised me that you've been sticking rigorously to the NutriShake schedule I'd laid out for. Okay, everyone jeez. I know, but here I am, hydrated and full of electrolytes on the doctor's orders. I'm going to be fine. Yeah, that leaves to be said. So anyway, how are you doing, Lori? Are you able to finish up your shift now? That the Gundog's back up and running and you've made sure everything's okay? Well, actually, we've not been able to make contact with the O'Brien, so I've been ordered to head over there in an armored frame. Oh no, honey, that seems really... with Hanson. She's like, oh shit. Yeah. Oh honey, I'm sorry. How are you feeling about it? Yeah. No, we're not gonna lie to Cassie. If I'm being honest, I'm really not looking forward to it. You let out a deep sigh as various thoughts about mission fill your mind. I'm not sure what's going to be worse, being stuck inside an AF with him for the flight over or having to work with him once we get on board the O'Brien. I'll be his superior officer whilst we're over there. I don't even want to think about how he'll take that. The taper office began to mentally run through all the terrible outcomes you can imagine coming from such a situation. Like, he'd just leave you there. Hey, don't worry about it. As much as Hanson is... like he is... he's still a part of the JCF and one of your crewmates. He likes to throw his weight around where he can get away with it, but I don't think he'll do it on an important mission. I think he's a little too proud to ruin his reputation as an ace pilot by starting a fight inside of his AF. Besides, once you're on the O'Brien, you can just get to work helping the other crew and ignore him. Well, that's the other thing. What are you doing there, Lydia? It looks like whatever happened to the Gundog has happened to the O'Brien. Since we've not been able to identify any activity coming from them, there's a good chance that their crew hasn't made it. Oh no. Yeah. Hey, come on. They may not have got their ship back up and running, but maybe they've got their own Soviet chief engineer who has figured out a solution that keeps them all safe. And on top of that, if they're really lucky, they've got their own heroic security officer who's saving the entire crew right now. Yeah, you're right. I'm sure I'll be fine. You do your best to match Cassie's enthusiasm, but you hadn't forgotten the chill in the air of the Gundog just before you get it back online. On the first signs that a ship wouldn't be able to sustain its crew for much longer, that it had been over 3 hours ago. Hey, hey, Lori. Whatever happens, it will be alright. You've already done incredible things today. Way more than anyone could ever have expected. You're going to be alright. Fuck, now I'm tearing up. Needed to hear that. Thanks, Cassie. Besides, you said you'd book us tickets for that new water park in the Europa cluster. I'm not going to let anything happen that'll stop us from going. Now get out there and nail this mission, Lieutenant Faint. Oh, when Cassie hugs the MC at the beginning, there's a 1 in 4 chance that she will be smiling with all her teeth. I found it today that they posted, like one of the developers did. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna talk to Cassie and give her fucking bar if I can. Surgery wing think whatever happened to Cassie didn't need to be treated in there. Lots of different medications are arranged neatly in there. It's pretty much an entire pharmacy. I wonder if I could take any medical supplies with me. Wonder how long it's been since someone had actually used one of these. I guess Cassie was lucky enough to be the first on this mission. If there's anything that Cassie needs, the doctor will get it for her. Besides, they're all locked and password protected. One of the beds currently used by Cassie. I don't think the doctor would be impressed if I joined her. Yeah, he'd just be standing there, like, looking at his death head, like, you know, Miss Quinn, you know, you're not in any condition to be doing such strenuous activity. I will try to use it. Field surgery is a skill I'm hoping I don't need to learn anytime soon, so I'll leave that room alone. Okay. We'll talk, and then I gotta get to bed. I gotta clean up this mess. Hey, what are you still doing here? Do we have a daring rescue to pull off? Well, I just thought I'd check in on you one last time before I left. Make sure you're really okay. You sweetie. But I'm fine, really. Totally not fine. I'm currently under supervision to assess the extent of and potential causes of any ailment that I may be suffering from. However, my condition is currently stable and does not appear to be life-threatening. Yeah, she's probably just quoting him verbatim. Although, I can think of something that could speed up my recovery. Yeah. You just have to notice the item lit up. It didn't blink, but it lit up. Oh, you mean something like this? That's exactly what I was thinking of. Look at that. Since I'm so good at treatment, maybe I should consider a move to the medical corps. Now that I think about it, it might suit you. You always really liked that nurse uniform. And doctor's just there, like, right in front of my salad. Now that you've solved this medical emergency, you need to focus on getting ready for your mission. Get out there and nail it, Lieutenant Knight. Nail some other things, too. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna talk to the doctor. Make sure, make sure my girlfriend is alright. Lieutenant Knight, there's something I can help you with. Oh sorry, oh doc, I didn't realize you were still here. Yes, we did. We just talked to him purposely. I'm not currently needed anywhere else, Lieutenant. Yes, of course. As you're still here, I assume you have a medical requirement? No, I was just going. Very good, Lieutenant. Probably could have given her her thing back at the same time, but I'm gonna save here, and I'll decide what to do after. But I'm gonna actually go into save because I don't want it to fuck up. I'm gonna save here where I had my original save route. But yeah, I'm gonna hit boot, go to bed after I clean up this, and get a hot water bottle because my back is really sore tonight. And brush my teeth, and all that.